Hey y'all, Shay here. Today is Wednesday for me / Thursday for you. So that means it's my favorite video of the week. Y'all know it's this week's Whip and Chat. So WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. Mine is currently a diamond painting. So grab whatever you're working on. Or this morning I walked the dogs and listened to a Whip and Chat. So if you want to do that, clean, whatever you need to do, let me, entertain you, keep you busy for about an hour. And we'll just catch up, okay? So this is from Diamond Art Club. And this was one of the Michaels releases that they came out with several months ago. This is called Owl Fashionista. And it's a 33 by 33. And it's licensed artwork by Julia Speary, I believe is how you say her name. And I'm doing this painting for No Start November. I did this painting after I finished my Pink Mermaid, and this had pink in it too because I was working on it for breast cancer, but then for October, and then October ended, and I thought, you know what? I didn't finish this, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on it. I will tell y'all the drills. So I brought this to the Craftibly retreat on Saturday. It was a great size because, we didn't have a lot of room. Everybody would walk by and say, wow, the sparkle on this one is incredible. I don't know if these are the new drills. I don't think they are, but the drills on this are so pretty. I don't know if it's the greens and pinks and yellow. It sparkles when you walk by it. It just glistens. It's beautiful. I love it. So I'm also using my pen for today. It's green. Thought it would match the painting. This is from Etsy, and it's from a shop called, I wrote it down, Would Be Nice Creations. It's the first time I ever ordered from them. And I love it. It's got a lot of sparkle in it. So this is the pen I'm using. I do have a shade tray. This is one of the ones with no charm, just something we were just kind of playing around with. It's kind of a cotton candy look. It's got the white marble bottom, the pink and the blue. What else, you guys? I've got release papers. I've got my Harbor Freights containers. Okay. And I think that's it. That is all we have. Yeah, and then I've got some tweezers, of course. All right, that's all. And of course, I'll have all this stuff linked down below. So if you're interested in any of this, let me go ahead and zoom y'all in before we get started. And I'm gonna flip my little owl upside down because I'm working on just this very last section. But I wanted to have her upright whenever I was first talking to y'all. Okay, how's that? Good. All right, there we go. That looks good. I think y'all can see what I'm working on. There's gonna be a lot of white, a lot of color blocking. I take that back. Not in this section. There's a lot of white, obviously, around the edges, but there was a lot of white last night when I was doing this section. And then I've got a little bit more here, and then we'll be finishing up her hat, the top of her hat and the bow. I love this. She's like wet. She looks kind of mad, but kind of, cute at the same time. I don't know what she's thinking. It's hard to know what she's thinking, but she's super cute. I love the colors in this. All right, you guys, let me grab my tray with my white and we will get started. So first we're gonna talk shop talk, okay? Oh, first of all, before we start, now that I've told you all about all the details of what I'm working on, how are you? How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing good. So let me know down in the comments what you're working on. Are you working on an event right now for November? Are you excited about any upcoming events for December? Let me know. I'd love to know what you're working on. I always am so curious, and I love to see, just all the comments. I love comments anyways. It makes me excited and happy just to hear what you guys are up to, and then hear what, how you're doing, how you're feeling, how's your family, just all the things, because I've become friends with a lot of y'all. So, all right, one thing I'm going to try not to do, I'm going to try to multi-place, obviously, that's what I do, but I have a tendency to scooch, and I want everything to be just perfect, and I'll just keep messing with them, but I just need to just go. It'll all kind of work itself out, is what we always tell people. I didn't tell y'all, but I am working with a 7-placer, and I do have blue wax. And it's just the blue wax that comes from Star Ore. You can get it on Amazon. And then I have micro glue dots in my multi-placer. I love the micro glue dots. I can't believe I went without them for as long as I did. They last, you guys. I'm telling you, they last. I don't want to say forever because that would be lying, but they last a long time. a really long time. So yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. How's the weather? You know, all that good stuff. It's kind of weird here. It started warming up again, which I'm excited about, but today is like really cloudy and kind of gloomy, and it wasn't like that when we first woke up. So, all right, let's talk about, you know, diamond painting stuff first, and then we'll get in. See, I'm already scooching. I know, just let them be. Y'all, I wish you could tell me. Just stop scooching. They don't need to be perfect, but that's what I do. I want them to be just perfect, see? All right. So I'm going to try to talk and do this at the same time. Okay, I've got some notes. Let's talk about diamond painting stuff, okay? What's been going on in the DP world. So last night was Tuesday night, and Bev B, who normally goes live on Tuesdays, if you're not subscribed to her, definitely go check her out. Bev B Diamond Paints. She's amazing. She's one of my good friends. Like I said, she goes live on Tuesdays. Well, last night she couldn't go live, so one of my really good friends, Randy, who we also know as You Can Call Me Butter, took her spot last night to fill in for her. And Randy, it was her first live, and she did a fantastic job. She told me afterwards she was so nervous. I'm like, what? You couldn't tell at all. And I just now told y'all. But no, she just was a natural. She did a wonderful job. It was so fun. So speaking of her, she's actually going to be joining me this Sunday on my live, because I go live on Sundays now from 4 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're like in the UK, that's about 6 hours ahead, I believe. So yeah, and then if you're Eastern, I think you're an hour ahead of us. So hopefully y'all can make it, but we're going to do a little shea butter production whenever Randy and I are together. We've kind of coined that phrase, shea butter. We've got the shea butter production. So we'll get on a live and hang out with you guys. What else? Okay, speaking of events, an event I'm going to be co-hosting. Let's talk about that. That's Jingle Drills, and that's going to be starting this month, at the end of this month. Starts on Cyber Monday, so the Monday after Thanksgiving. So Monday, November 29th. Have those holiday paintings kitted up and ready to go. It's going to run through Christmas, so through December 25th. And there's going to be, you know, weekly whip-in chats, obviously from her and I. If you have any questions about the event, I will link down in the description Lindsay's channel and also my announcement video. I need to make myself a note to do that. Link, because I will forget, y'all. Editing Shay will forget. Link, announcement video, and Lindsay. Okay. So if y'all have any questions, you know, go check out the video, and it's got all the details in there of, you know, how to join the event. So there will be Instagram, you know, there'll be a Facebook page. There's something on this white drill, and I've been avoiding it for a while, but I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. But it's got like a little brown dot on it. I thought maybe it was chocolate or a piece of food, but no, it's kind of a trash drill. We're not gonna use that. Off you go. Let's see, jingle drills. Y'all, I'm very distracted today, so I'm trying to stay focused, but there's like a lot going on, and I'll tell y'all about all of that in just a second. I normally do these in the morning, but there's just a lot of things going on, and so I don't even have my coffee. It's like late in the morning. I have exactly 1 hour to film this until I need to move on to the next thing for the kids. So, okay, jingle drills, we talked about that. Live with Shandy. That's Shay and Randy put together. Shandy. I think I just created a nickname for us, Randy. Shandy. Oh, good. I was going to say I'm getting low, but I forgot I have this whole other pack of 5200. So I should be good. Oh, yeah. So I was going to tell y'all just a small little plug in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know, I have a Patreon and a Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah. I don't know why I'm singing. Just felt like it needed to be sung out. So Patreon, you guys, I have decided on my Patreon, if you're not familiar with what that is, it just gives you behind the scenes content from your favorite creator. So hopefully I'm one of them. Hopefully you'll join us. I started it a couple months ago, and I'm getting the hang of things. It's getting better, and it's so fun. I do post videos, pictures, and of course, for certain tiers, we have monthly live streams, and then there's some other perks too for some of the other tiers. So I will link that. It's always linked down in the description of my videos. So if you're interested in joining my Patreon, I would love to have you guys. Love, love, love to have you. And again, that is a monthly subscription. And we're going to be going to Disney World in a week and a half. So a week from this Saturday, we're going to Disney for Thanksgiving. And I thought about doing some vlogs for my Patreons. So if you want to see some of that, join us. It would be, like I said, it should be a lot of fun. And then if you don't want to make that monthly commitment, you know, I understand, totally understand, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's a bunch of drills. Then there's also Buy Me a Coffee. And y'all know I love my coffee. So if you want to help out the channel, because of course everything I get from y'all, everything goes back into the channel. So Buy Me a Coffee is just a one-time donation to the channel. It's almost like a tip jar. So if you enjoy what you see and you want to help me out, you can buy a coffee. So yep, both of those things will be in the description if you're interested in either one of those. And again, it's never, ever, ever an obligation. I mean, the fact that y'all are, you know, subscribing and liking and commenting and ringing that bell, all the things, that's all I could ever ask for. And this journey has taken me way beyond what I thought it ever would. So, I'm already so happy, you know, happy with where I'm at. Let's just put it that way. But those are just like some extra bonuses, and they do help the channel. So I can buy more things and show y'all more content of new kits that come out and all that good stuff. All right, so we got that out of the way. And what else? Okay, let's talk about a retreat that's coming up. So there is a retreat in February in Texas. It's Hillsboro, and it's right outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. It's not far from us. And they still have spots available. I don't remember the exact dates in February, but I'm going to go ahead and make myself a note. Oh, I already put it, link. Okay. I will link the Facebook group. Oh, y'all, my Little Mermaid pen. I'm going to link the Facebook group down in the description if y'all are interested in. It's a no frills retreat. So there'll be no like swag bags, no shirts, but that's fine. We just wanted to get together and craft and visit and so, you know, just have a good time. And it is an overnight. So yeah, go check it out. It's, you know, I think it's cheaper than some of the other retreats. So I've heard, because it's a no frills. So if you're interested and you can make it to Texas in February, we'd love to have y'all come on down. And yeah, like I said, I don't remember the exact dates. I've got it on my calendar, but I'm using my phone to film. But go check out the Facebook group if y'all are interested. And maybe you can join us. I would love to meet more folks that I haven't met yet, because I'm going to be there. I'm trying to talk Randy into going. There's tons of other people that you would know that are going. I did go to the Craftibly retreat. God, there's something on there, you guys. I went to the Craftibly retreat on Saturday. We'll talk about that in a sec, but that was a lot of fun. And this retreat is at the Red Boot. I think it's called the Red Boot Retreat, because that's the location of where we're going to be staying. It's called the Red Boot. So yes, very Texas themed. I love it. So I'd love to meet you guys. So yeah, think about, you know, joining that if you can. It'd be great to have, great to have y'all. So let's see, what else did I have diamond painting related? Oh, yes. A very important announcement. And I didn't want to forget, so I wanted to talk about it at the beginning. If y'all watched my last Whip and Chat, I felt the love and I just felt like giving something away. So I asked for an emoji in the comments, and I got a ton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile all those names, and by tonight, before this video goes up for tomorrow, I will do a little clip at the end. I'll do a random number generator. I'll assign everybody a number that put that emoji in from last week. And yeah, and I will give something away and I'll ship it out to y'all. It will be Christmas related because I'm trying to get everybody excited for jingle drills, okay? Not that we need any excitement for Christmas, right? Unless you're a Scrooge or a Grinch, but I get it. I can get that way too. It just becomes overwhelming and too big of a task, and I'm just like, oh, I don't even want to do it, and I just kind of shut down. But let's hang in there. We can do it. We can get through Christmas. This year is going to be interesting because, they say it's going to be harder to get stuff, so I'm stressing about that now. Not that Christmas wasn't stressful enough already. Now we've got to worry about ordering things, you know, in advance to get them in time. Yeah. So that's added even more stress, of course. I think that's it for shop talk. Blah, you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. I have diamond painting related stuff written down. Okay, so let's talk about what's been going on this week. So, oh, that's a trash drill. Yeah, there's some little bits and pieces here that have little tags on them. And I'm really picky with drills because I want everything to fit just right. Oh, I think my glue dots, the ones I was just bragging on, are kind of starting to fade. I've had these in here for a long time. Where was that? Oh yeah, let's talk about what's been going on. So let's start with where we left off last week. So Thursday, you know, I had told y'all about Ryan's accident, his car accident. So thank y'all for all the very, very nice comments and the well wishes, and the, you know, everybody was so thankful that everybody was okay. And so I really appreciate that, you guys. That was very nice of everyone. And we heard back from the insurance company on Thursday. So they did say that it was the other driver's fault, and we just need to get it, take some pictures of the damage, and then they'll send us an estimate, and then we need to go to the auto body shop. They'll give us a rental car. I mean, the whole 9 yards, guys. So I've been working away at that. I had to download a certain app, the insurance's app. They have Geico, which is really good insurance. So I was happy to hear that. And they have a really cool system. There was like 10 particular photos that I had to take in a certain order, and it would just kind of prompt you what picture to take. And so I kind of went through and, took all the 10 pictures that it was requesting. And they got back to me like the very next day. It's all happened very, very fast. So I have to give them a lot of credit. Very fast. They came back with an estimate. They said it's going to be about $2,000. And they said, of course, if the auto body shop, finds any other additional damage and it's going to cost any more, they just submit, an adjustment. So we'll see. I have an appointment at, on tomorrow. So Thursday at 10 a.m. to take his truck in. So he's probably going to be driving my car tomorrow to school. And then I'll just take his truck for the day, and I'll take it over there and have them take a look at it. And I need to call the rental place back because they already, their insurance company already scheduled a rental car. And I'm like, wait, I haven't even taken it in to the auto body shop yet. Hold on. So that guy called and wanted to know when I was going to be picking up the rental car. And I'm like, we're not even there yet. One step at a time. But yeah, if things are moving really, really fast. So I'm here for it. Guess people want to get their, you don't want to be driving around with a, beat up car. Plus his, it's drivable, but one of his tail lights got busted. And the light works, but what doesn't work is his reverse light. The white part, when he puts it in reverse, those don't come on. So that's not safe. He needs to be, he could probably get in trouble for that and get pulled over. So yeah, we need to get it fixed ASAP. So yeah, that's all been going fine. No problems there, but I'm glad that they contacted me and we kind of got the ball rolling. So I've kind of been heading up that and taking care of all that stuff. Lou, her class had one pajama day. Last Friday. So she was really excited about pajama day, wearing your pajamas to school. And I was like, oh, this is going to be so easy in the morning. There'll be no drama about what to wear. So the night before, Thursday night, I'm like, so are you going to wear your pajamas, tonight? So that way you don't have to get dressed in the morning, right? I'm thinking, y'all, right? I'm like, oh, let's make this even easier. She can sleep in a little bit. I won't have to tell her to get dressed. It'll just be easy. She's like, no, I'm going to change into those pajamas in the morning. Oh my gosh. Who knew? Pajama day. And I talked to another mom and she's like, oh yeah, it's like that for me too. It's always like that. It's always so stressful. I'm like, why? Why is pajama day so hard? There was so much drama. She started crying up in her room. Mommy, I need help. Because she normally goes up there and gets dressed and comes right back down. It was like, these pajamas are too tight. Some of her, these these pants are too warm. These shorts are too cold. You can't wear shorts. These are too short. These are too long. Oh my God. That's because pajamas are not supposed to be worn to school, right? And then to tell you the truth, 9 times out of 10, Lou takes a shower in my shower down here in the master bedroom, and her room's upstairs with all her clothes, and she normally just wears one of my t-shirts to bed. So she doesn't even really have a lot of pajamas. Oh my gosh. It was so much drama. We were late for school that day because of this. I get so tired of these like themed days because it just, hat day and, red day, neon colored day, all the spirit days, because it causes more drama than we need. We don't need any additional problems. So I was really, really surprised. I thought pajama day was going to be easy breezy. Nope. So we finally settled on a pair of sweats, some sweatpants that I'd bought her that were kind of tie-dyed. They looked comfy like pajamas, so I talked her into it and I had her sold on that. And then she wore a shirt that didn't even match. It was actually a pajama shirt. So it was the pants that were causing problems. So that was Friday. Oh yeah, so Friday night, a movie came out that my husband and Nate really had been wanting to see. And my husband's like, does everybody want to go see it as a whole family? Let's all go do a family movie night. Y'all, I have not been to the movie theater in I don't know how long. Well over like a year and a half probably. It's been a long time. And this is one of those movie theaters where you can eat at your seats. They have menus and they have a full menu of food and you can drink and the whole 9 yards. So, and they can be expensive, but all 5 of us went, which was super fun because the 5 of us have not been together in a long time and done something like that together. Normally we always break off and it's just like 2 here, 3 here, maybe 4 here. But to get all 5 of us to go to the movies was pretty awesome. So the movie was at 6:30 or so. So everyone's getting hungry because we normally eat dinner around 6. And I'm like, we're going to eat at the movie theater. So there was some drama around that. I can't wait. I'm so hungry. So I was like, okay, you can do it. So we could finally get to the theater. Now, the movie that we saw is like a superhero movie. And some of y'all I know have heard of it. It's called Eternals. And I'm sure some of you that have seen it will not agree with me, but I did not like it. Lou and I both kept looking at each other, and especially her. She was sitting right next to me. She's not a movie kid. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have counted how many times she asked me, is it almost over? What time is it? How much longer? She was driving me crazy. And I thought maybe that's why I didn't enjoy the movie, but I just did not like the movie. I got it. I was like, girl, I'm with you. I'm ready to get out of here. It was long. I don't know how long it was because, previews and everything, but it seemed like it was like 2.5 hours maybe. And that's a long time to sit. So we ate. Oh, it was so embarrassing. So they come to me to order food. And at the beginning of the movie, before the movie started, and I'm like, yeah, I'll take a glass of your house red. And she's like, oh, we actually have a promotion right now where our bottles of wine are half off. And I was like, and I kind of looked at my husband, and he looked at me, he goes, you can take it home. And she's like, yeah, you can take it with you. They're screw tops. I'm like, oh, okay. So they twisted my arm, So they're bringing all of our drinks, and the lights were still on. And it was so embarrassing because they bring a big bottle of wine and put it right on my little tray table. And my kids are looking at me and I'm looking at them. I'm like, I'm not drinking this whole bottle of wine tonight at the movies. Now my husband was driving. He's like, honey, I'm driving. You're fine. But it was just embarrassing. So and they're like, sir, would you like a glass? He's like, no, I'm fine. So it was just for me. So I poured my glass and I put it down by my feet because I was a little embarrassed. And then I was worried I was going to kick it over during the movie. Thank God I didn't. Of course, Lou, had to go to the bathroom a couple of times. So we went up and did that. At least we got a break from sitting, but food was pretty good. Yeah, I had some like cheeseburger sliders with some fries and they were pretty good. So hold on, y'all. I'm just going to take a little sip of water, take a little break. So yeah, we did that. Cause that movie was bad. I'm good with that. Maybe I'm just not a movie person either anymore. I don't know, but I could have found better things to do. That's all I kept thinking about. I mean, I want to spend time with my family, but of course we're in a movie theater, so we're not talking. No one's really, we're together, yes. Now Ryan did, lean over at one point before the movie started and he's like, Mom, this is so cool. We're all together. And so that meant a lot. And, we were all in the car together. So it was nice. We all rode in one car. So, we kind of got home late and then, Lou kind of got to bed late. And then of course with daylight savings, for those of you that don't have it, you're so lucky. I wish we would get rid of it. I don't know if we ever will, but if there's ever some like a petition or something to sign, I would sign it because we need to get rid of it. It's no good. It's just no good. I don't see what good comes out of it. I really don't. Maybe I don't know all the facts, but I think it's something that was made a long time ago and, you know, things have changed, and, you know, our kids really thrive on routine and schedule. Everybody does. I've been off all week just on my sleep. I've been, you know, tired really early because it's already dark. And then I don't want to wake up in the morning for some reason. I don't know why. I was hoping it was going to be lighter out in the morning when I woke up, but it does get lighter earlier, of course. But when I wake up at like 6:30, it's still kind of dark out. So, but then it starts to lighten up a little bit, you know, in the next 20, 30 minutes after I'm up. So it does get there. But I was hoping it would be this like bright, sunny light, like that would help me wake up. And that just hasn't happened. Okay, so that was Saturday. We did that. And, oh no, that was Friday. Sorry. Friday, went to the movies. And then Saturday, so a lot of y'all know, we had the Craftibly retreat. What a fun day. That's all I can say. It was great. I'm so glad I went. It was a great combination of diamond painting. I didn't get a whole lot done. I brought this with me. A little bit of diamond painting. You would diamond paint for a little bit, and then someone would stop at your table and you'd, visit, or you'd take a break from your diamond painting and you'd go over to someone's table and visit with them and, chat it up. So it was just a nice mix. And then there was a potluck lunch. Everybody brought something. All the food was so good. And we all ate together in one of the rooms, a separate room. But I just wanted to thank Michael and Amy over at Craftibly for hosting us. It was such a nice day. Just a perfect location. Their shop is so fun. If y'all haven't had a chance to make it to Craftibly, you should really try. They're located in Fort Worth here in Texas. And Amy's going to be, hosting parties. And it's a perfect spot and location for this type of venue. It's great. It's great for any crafting. It doesn't have to be, just diamond painting. It can be anything where anybody wants to get together and just craft. So really, really fun. It started off in the morning. God, y'all, these ABs do not want to stick. Do y'all see me struggling here? Hopefully you're not looking. You're doing your own thing. But, they don't want to stick. ABs, y'all, sometimes make me... I love them, but they're kind of a pain in the butt because they don't want to stick to my wax. Or it's too sticky, but they're finicky. They are finicky like that. They're special. Yes, they are. All right, so it started out in the morning, Saturday morning. Randy drove over to my house because I was going to drive us all there. Originally, the plan was for Sandra West to come with us as well. But poor Sandra has a lot of stuff going on at home with her mom. And she was not able to make it. So we really did miss her. Really did miss her. So Sandra, if you're watching, I'm sorry you couldn't make it. Hopefully you'll be able to make it to their treat in February. I hope things get better by then. They better. So that's my hope. Because we're supposed to be rooming together. So we'll see. I think I'm going to have to use tweezers or grab another pen. I don't know if I can keep doing this, y'all. Or switch out, not do ABs right now. I'm just poking and poking and poking and nothing's sticking. I do have a pretty placer somewhere. I think it's upstairs with all my other craft stuff. But I'm just too lazy to go upstairs and stop the video and go get it. All right. Let's try tweezers. Why not, right? I'm not too bad at tweezers. How did I say that? Okay, where was I? Okay, so Randy came over about 8:30 Saturday morning. And then we went and picked up my mother-in-law about 9. And then we headed to Craftibly. Took us about an hour to get there. And got there, it started at 10, and then we thought it went till 5, but at about 4, everybody started taking pictures and packing up. So it was a little bit shorter of a day than what we had thought, which is fine, because it took us a while to get home, in traffic. Yeah, the tweezers aren't working. So, what a great day. I will insert a little slideshow. I know I told y'all before in the last Whip and Chat when I told you we were going that I was going to try to do a video. It just never really fit in, It just didn't seem appropriate. I don't know. There's a time and a place for that. You know what I mean? And it just didn't feel right. So I didn't want to do a video if it just would seem weird. But I got plenty of pictures. So what I'll do is I'll try to label in the pictures who everybody is in case y'all aren't familiar with what their face looks like and who it is in the picture. Y'all saw the pictures. What'd you think? Wasn't that great? It was such a fun day. So happy that I went, and really appreciative of my husband to, you know, take care of everybody that day. And, you know, the house was a little messy when I got home, but, you know, hey, everybody was still alive. Everybody had been fed. Everybody was good. So I just need to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Especially when Randy comes over my house and it's a mess. Y'all, it was so embarrassing. So afterwards, we decided to all go to dinner together. Lou came and she invited her best friend who was going to be having a sleepover at our house. So she came to dinner with us. Nate came. Ryan wasn't able to make it. He had worked out so hard at the gym during his baseball class. He's part of the baseball team for his school. They did weights. They did legs. And we almost thought he like tore something because he could not walk. He was in so much pain. He was almost in tears. So he couldn't even like walk down the stairs to even go to dinner with us. So he sat it out. So he didn't go to dinner, but we all came to the house first to get everybody. And my house was in shambles, total shambles. I was so embarrassed, but Randy has still talked to me since then. So I hope, you know, I think we're still friends. I think we're still good. I know I'm probably making a bigger deal about it than it probably is, but you know, you don't want your house like that when someone's never been over before. So Randy saw the real deal, y'all. She saw all the stuff. Yep, she saw it all. And then some. And of course, my mother-in-law came over too. And she's been, you know, she has seen it before. She has seen the chaos that's our house. So, you know, and I didn't like it either, you know, because my mother-in-law, you want to have your house kept up and have it clean and have it looking good when your mother-in-law comes over. So if y'all are watching, I know I already apologized for it, but I'm going to say it again. Sorry, my house was a disaster. It's clean again. I swear I didn't leave it. I spent the whole next day, you guys, all on Sunday, picking up, doing laundry, doing dishes, because both sinks were filled with dishes and there was just stuff everywhere. So it felt good to start to clean up. So I did that Sunday, picked up, and then we had our live. Yes, y'all, we did our live on Sunday, and Lou actually had a wonderful idea. Her and her best friend wanted to watch a movie. They wanted to watch Sixth Sense. And at first I was like, I don't know if that's appropriate for y'all. And her best friend's like, I've seen it. It's not that scary. And I was like, okay, then we'll try. So I was going to let them watch it in the bedroom. And I'm like, well, I have my live soon. How's that going to work? And the girls were like, it's nice out. You should go do it in the backyard. One of the best ideas. It was perfect outside. I hope y'all enjoyed. You know, it was kind of nice just being in different scenery. I loved being outside. It was great. So we did it outside, and we had Margot out there barking and making, you know, folks that were on the live making their dogs bark. So that was so funny, but it was a lot of fun. So that was Sunday. And then before I got on my live, my husband's like, what time does your live go till? And I said 5. He goes, okay. Cause I was able to make an appointment for Lou to get vaccinated. Yes, you guys, it's awesome news. Back in August, whenever we had taken Lou to do her well visit at the pediatrician's office, the pediatrician had mentioned, we told her we were going to Disney for Thanksgiving. And she's like, well, they're going to be coming out with the vaccine for the younger kids. It's going to be approved soon. And hopefully she should be able to get it before y'all go. Sure enough, my husband searched all around to all the pharmacies all around the area. And he found one that had an appointment at like 7:30. And I think they just came out that day. He got an email, so he was looking all around. And it was about 20 minutes from us, but it was a 24-hour pharmacy. And we went, and she was so brave, and she was scared. She was definitely scared, but my husband did a good job of distracting her. They had a big old bag of like Tootsie Pops next to where she was sitting to get her shot. And he's like, so what flavor do you want? Right when he saw that the pharmacist was about to pull the needle out and give it to her. And yeah, she's like, oh, he's like, you want blue raspberry? And she's like, yeah. And then done. And so he did a really good job of distracting her because she was really scared. She'd heard all these horror stories. And I think her brothers had said something about it's a really long needle. And she just got her flu shot recently. And she's like, we kept telling her, it's just like your flu shot. There's no difference. She's like, I heard the needle's longer. No, it's the same thing. And you did your flu shot, you know, with no problem. Y'all, she's pretty brave when it comes to shots and doctor stuff. I'm really proud of her. I said, you know, what's probably worse than getting it is when you have to get your nose swabbed to be tested for it. You know, is normally worse, in my opinion. That was awful when we had to go get tested. Oh my gosh. That was bad. And she's had that done many times because of school and kids, you know, coming down with it and everything. Not coming down with it, but like you can come down with it. You know, we can't talk about it on here in detail or specifics if you get my drift. Y'all know by now. It's the word that cannot be mentioned. So yeah, so she is she's got her first one. So we're so excited that they finally opened it up to her age group. Because why not, you know? They need protection too. So yeah, we did that Sunday night. And then we stopped and got Whataburger. I think it's like a Texas thing. What a burger. Got that and brought it home. We all kind of had a late dinner. And she was already, I didn't tell y'all. Oh my gosh, I need to back it up for a sec. She was really tired because remember I mentioned her best friend was spending the night Saturday night because she went to dinner with us. Well, we let them stay up till about midnight. So I was exhausted from visiting all day and socializing, you know, it was a lot. Super fun, but just I was tired. And so I fell asleep before they did. And my husband let them stay up till about midnight. I was like, oh gosh. So here it was midnight and I heard him tucking them in because I was like kind of halfway dozing off in the bedroom. And they're just in the guest room, which is right next to us. And I could kind of hear them and he was put in bed. Well, at about 1:15 in the morning, Lou comes into my bedroom and she's like, Mom, she wants to go home. She's homesick. She can't sleep. Say what? What? So yeah, at 1:15 in the morning, I had to send, now she's our neighbor. They live one house down from us. So, you know, it wasn't like a huge deal for her to go home. I didn't have to drive anybody home, but you know, it was 1:15 in the morning and I worried about, you know, her mom, waking her mom up and dealing with all that. So I sent her mom a text message. Her mom told me the other day when I saw her again, I'm like, so sorry about that. She's like, no worries. It happens. And I'm like, I sent you a text message. She goes, yeah, I was going to tell you about that. I didn't get it till the next day. I was like, what? So that was really weird. So she didn't even get it. I'm like, well, how'd she get in? She goes, well, she rang the doorbell and I was half asleep, but I answered it. And so, and of course, Lou and I, you know, made sure we watched, you know, until the door opened up, made sure she was inside before we went back in. But yeah, so, and then Lou was upset that her best friend had left and she's like, will you sleep with me? So I slept with her and I never really sleep good, you know, in that bed, in the guest room bed. So that was Friday. So Saturday, so Sunday, wait, I'm getting my days all mixed up. Okay, yeah. So Sunday she was tired because, you know, she didn't sleep good the night before. She probably didn't go to bed till, you know, 2, I guess, when it was all said and done. She finally fell asleep. And yeah, so, and then with daylight savings, she's been we've all been like jacked up this week, you guys. Totally just messed up with sleep patterns. And if you know what I'm talking about, leave me a little sleep emoji in the comments, the little sleeping person with the little Z's coming out. Because if y'all are feeling it too, it just gets you off, you know? And I don't know how long it takes to get back on schedule, your daylight saving schedule. But yeah, so that was Sunday. And then Monday, I did a shopping with Shay when the kids were at school. I take that back. Nate did not go to school Monday. I forgot about that. So I woke up Monday morning got Lou to school, and then I come back after walking the dogs, and I, you know, went to wake up Nate, and he's like, I threw up in the middle of the night. I'm like, you did? I'm like, what happened? I'm like, you didn't come wake me up. I'm like, did you make it to the bathroom? And he's like, no, I made it to the sink. Yeah. Now, I hope y'all aren't squeamish. I apologize if I'm talking about nasty stuff that makes you sick, but I get sick at that. And I was like, what? Well, so I was like, okay, well, at least you didn't do it in your bed or on the floor, right? So that would have been like worse to clean up. So yeah, the sink. And I said, do you think you can clean that up when you start to feel better? Because I'll throw up if I see that. I don't do well with that. Ugh, that to me is like the worst thing ever. Probably worse than giving blood, if that tells y'all how bad I feel about that. The kids getting sick, or anybody getting sick. It's awful. It's one of the most, it's just gross. So I let him stay home, and it only happened one time. So I'm not sure if it's just what he ate. He had Whataburger, but we all I didn't eat it, but the kids all ate it and everybody felt fine. So who knows? we'd had those buffalo wings during the day and they were kind of spicy. So I think he just had too much crap to eat and wasn't eating good that day. We did not eat healthy at all. So I think he just got an upset stomach. But yeah, that was fun. So he stayed home Monday. So I did my, I went to Costco on Monday and I put that video up already. And I went and checked out all their Christmas stuff. And like I said, Nate got home. Okay, so that was pretty much Monday. So Monday, I picked up, that was during the day, and then I went to pick up Lou from school. And she, you know, after we had dropped, you know, because we walk home with her best friend and her mom. And after we'd gotten home, she tells me, she's like, Mom, so there's this little boy in her class. And he also is on one of the football teams that she cheers for. Not on the same team that she cheers for, but he's in the same league. And so because, you know, they've played against him before. And so she has seen him. And she's like, he's always staring at me. And so either he's got a crush on her or she has a crush on him. I don't know what's going on. But she talks about him all the time. And she gets nervous whenever she sees him. And she knows we're going to play that team. So it's really cute. We'll get this. So what happened is on Monday, after we get home, she says, Mom, you know Sebastian? And I'm like, oops, I just said his name. I'm like, yes. I'll have to edit that out. I said his name. So the little boy, I said, yes, I know who you're talking about. She goes, well, at recess today, he was playing with another boy. They were playing football and they were whispering. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're whispering about her. What are they saying? And she goes, and the boy that, the other little boy that he whispered it to told me what he had said. And I said, what was it? And she goes, y'all, it's awful. She said that he said, you're fat as hell. She is fat as hell. Yeah. Y'all. In my notes right here, I have kids can be assholes. I mean, they can be little shits. Excuse my language, but I was so mad. Good thing she didn't seem upset because it would have made it even worse for me. But y'all, kids are mean. And we're getting into that age where, you know, it's starting to really, you know, start. I was mad. She told me, I waited till she walked, you know, I kind of talked to her about it and, you know, talked her through it. And I said, don't worry about it. I said, you know, she goes, I told the teacher. I said, good. Because I definitely wanted it reported because no one should be talking to anybody like that, you know? So I guess he got talked to. And then she told me yesterday, the next day, that he had written her a letter. And I saw the letter in her backpack. And she said his dad made him write it. Isn't that nice? He didn't need to say that part, but so I don't know if the teacher, you know, told him to write her a note and then the dad, you know, had him write it, but it was nice, but I don't think it was, I think the dad, you know, obviously, and she knew that too. So thank you for the note, but no, thank you. You know what I mean? Gosh, you guys, it's been one of those weeks of this kind of crap. So then yesterday, we get home from school and she starts crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, two of her friends that she went trick-or-treating with, right? And a couple other little girls at recess were bullying her and being mean to her. And the other day when we were at Walmart, we got her a cute little sweatshirt. It's got Rugrats on it. You know, the old, you know, cartoon Rugrats. And it was in the women's section, so it was baggy on her and everything, and she liked it. Well, these two girls, one of the girls lives in our neighborhood, who she hangs out with all the time. She was at her house just the other day and played at her house. Well, that's now stopping because of all this. But she says, well, they were saying my sweatshirt was babyish and they were all making fun of me. And the one girl that's kind of leading the pack is that one that lives in our neighborhood, who I thought was her friend. She's one of those kids that she's friends with her when it's just one-on-one, but when she's in a group of girls, she does this ganging up on people. And so they were totally ganging up on her and telling her shirt was babyish and telling everybody not to play with her. And I guess the other day they also had said her breath stunk, and they were just, you know, just awful things. I'm telling y'all, kids are little assholes sometimes. And And I just want to, I don't know, I shouldn't be thinking these bad thoughts about little kids, but I do, because I go in mama bear mode, you know? So I didn't tell y'all, but Monday, after that crap happened with that little boy saying that to Lou, my husband was working, so I couldn't tell him, and I was just so hot. I was so mad. The boys come home, and I'm like, y'all, do you feel like beating up a little 9-year-old kid? They're like, what happened? Who is it? And I was like, I told them what happened. They're like, who is it? Who is it? And I was like, yeah, she almost needs to go back to school saying, you know what? I got 2 older brothers that'll kick your ass. But both of the boys were like, what? And they did not like hearing that. And then Ryan, who just says it like it is, right? He was very sweet. He goes, Mom, she's not even that big. I'm like, I know. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Now, I don't know if we talked about her size before, but she's not a skinny little, you know, she's a big kid. So, you know, unfortunately, kids can be mean, and they can, you know, yeah, take that to a whole nother level. So, but I thought that was nice he said that. And I told her that he said that. And she goes, he did? I'm like, yeah. He said, you know, he goes, why would they say that? She's not even big. I'm like, I know. Kids are just mean. And I'm trying to explain that to her. So after she came home yesterday in tears and was telling me, you know, about these 2 girls, well, I know their moms, right? Because we had gone trick-or-treating together, and they've played at their houses many times. They've been at our house. I mean, I know these people. Both of these girls are on her cheerleading team. And I know I probably should have stayed out of it and let them work it out, but I just couldn't. So I sent a nice little text message to those 2 moms yesterday. I probably should have waited maybe a day and let cooled off, but I didn't. I did not. I sent a nice little text message saying something to the effect of, your 2 daughters have not been kind to Lauren, and here's what they've been doing, and I want you to talk to them, and I want it to stop. Thank you. That's all I said. I don't know if that's the right way to handle this, y'all, but I was like, you're not going to treat my kid like that, you know? And she was crying, saying, I didn't even do anything. And I told him that, you know, you like this sweatshirt too, and you got this in the women's section. It wasn't in the kids section. It's not babyish. And bless her heart. I mean, I kind of was like, you know what, girl? I was like, you're not babyish. And I like the fact that you're not dressing inappropriately like some of these other girls are with the crop tops and all this other crap. I said, you know, you are fine. You dress appropriate for your age, you know, and I just, you know, tried to make her feel better. And then a couple hours later, she was talking to me, and she looked at me and she goes, Mom, even all this bad stuff happened today, and these people are mean to me, I always have you, and I love you. And I was like, oh my gosh. She just, you know, because she had asked me because I told her I was going to text the moms. I asked her before I did it, because if she were to say no, I wouldn't have, because I don't want to make it worse. But she didn't say no. So she asked me if I had text them, and I'm like, yep. And so I handed her my phone, and I let her read the messages. And then a little while later is when she told me that. I said, girl, I got your back. I said, Mom will always be here for you. I said, when you're at home, it's a place where you should always feel protected and loved and cared for, and never felt, you know, anything like these people you should not be friends with these girls that are treating you this way. So we also talked about that. Ignore them. Go play with somebody else. And especially if this little girl that lives in our neighborhood, if she tries to come, oh, and the mom's responses, y'all, please. So one of them, the one that's heading up all this stuff that lives in our neighborhood, I knew her mom's response was going to be interesting and not really heartfelt. And sure enough, it's exactly what I expected. All she texted back was, done. That was it. And then she sends me one more message like 20 minutes later saying, my daughter's also dealt with these same things. It's hard. Never got an apology. Never got I'm going to talk to him. Never got I'm sorry. None of that. But I expected that. I was like, yeah. Let's just say the apple doesn't fall from the tree, or whatever that saying is. The fruit, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Let's just put it that way. The other mom was very, very apologetic. She said, that does not sound like my daughter. She's normally one to stick up for people like that are, you know, and I'm like, we all don't know how our kids act, you know, when they're not with us. And I know sometimes you want to think your kid's an angel, but, and I kept asking Lauren, I'm like, did you say anything to them? And she's like, no, you know, and if I hear otherwise, of course I, you know, will apologize. But it just seemed like they were just being mean to her and ganging up on her and getting all these other little girls to gang up on her. It wasn't just the two of them. It was like 4 or 5 going, you know, get away from her. She's, you know, really being mean. So the other mom was very, very sorry. She said she sent that one message, and then later on in the night, last night, she sent another one saying, you know, she talked to her daughter, and her daughter had written Lou a note, and she was going to give it to her today at school, and that she was really sorry. So yeah. So that's that. Which time are we at? Let me see. We're at 50 minutes. Okay, hold on just a second. Sorry about that. I had to pause it real quick. I thought I heard my husband trying to come into the bedroom. I didn't know if he needed to take a shower or get ready. Sometimes I know he's trying to be considerate, and I'm like, you can just come in, but I didn't. I let the dogs out, but I didn't see them. So yeah, kids can be little assholes. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been one of those weeks, you know. And like I said, I know I'm just trying to, you know, navigate through all this stuff. And, you know, do I say something? Do I not? Do I let them try to work it out? Which I do. I do try to let them work it out on their own. A lot of times I don't get involved. But sometimes, you know, I don't know, I was just hot. I was hot yesterday. I was mad. I was like, nope, this ain't happening anymore. Because it's not the first time. And I even said that in my text message. You know, she's come home on multiple occasions crying, and enough is enough. So yeah, but that one little girl tries to come over here to play. Oh, no. Lou's like, what are you going to say to her if she comes over here to play? I'm like, I'm going to tell her she needs to leave because she's not a nice friend to you. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm like, I'm just going to say you can't play. I'm like, she's already lost. So her best friend also isn't allowed to play with her. So I'm like, she's already lost 2 friends in the neighborhood. If she continues like this, she's going to, you know, lose even more. I'm like, you don't want to be friends with people that don't make you feel good. Only be friends with someone that, you know, adds value. And I don't know, she doesn't really understand that, but I'm like, that makes you feel good about yourself and about you, and that cares about you. These girls do not, because they would not treat you like that and have all these other girls ganging up on you and then spying on her, you know, after she left them, just all this crap. Yeah. So, all right. So that's what happened the last couple of days. It's been kind of shitty. So get this. Yesterday, okay, so I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I had to go to my psychiatrist. But I went yesterday. My appointment was this morning at 10:40, but I went yesterday at 10:40. I walk up and they're like asking me all these questions going, your date of birth? And I could tell they can't find me and like something's wrong. And she's like, your appointment's tomorrow. And I'm like, I was so embarrassed, you guys. I've never done that before. Let me know in the comments if you've ever gone to a doctor's appointment and it was on the wrong day. Because I felt so stupid and I felt so dumb. And then there was a guy in the waiting room and he overheard the whole thing. And I was like, okay, bye. See you tomorrow. At least I didn't miss it, right? I mean, I didn't forget about it. I was just early, like really early. So, and then when I went today, they're like, they were acting like something was wrong again. And I was like, you are kidding me. I said, I know my appointment's today. I came yesterday. Y'all told me it's today. I know it is. She's like, did you get our voicemail? And I'm like, yeah, I saw it come through yesterday, but I just ignored it because I thought it was the one just to tell me about my appointment for today, the reminder that y'all always send. So I ignored it. She's like, no, these appointments are now virtual again. So these appointments were virtual for the last year and a half or so. And then I was told that the insurance was no longer going to cover virtual. So we had to start going into the office. So I've been going to the office the last 2 or 3 visits. So yeah, good news is they're virtual again going forward until they decide not to do it again. But I was like, oh my gosh, if she tells me that she can't see me today, I'm going to be so mad because this is the second time I've been here this week, right? So sure enough, she's like, can you hold for just a second? So she goes, you can just have a seat. And I sat there. I'm like, she better see me. I mean, what's the difference? I'm here already. Why does it have to be virtual when I'm already here? So sure enough, she's like, I talked to her and she'll see you. I was like, okay, good. So I got that appointment knocked out, got that out of the way finally. So that was all good. But here's what I have to do this afternoon. Lou has an appointment. She's actually home. She couldn't go to school because she has an appointment for lice. She told me this morning that her head's been itching like crazy. Okay. And she's had lice a couple times before. We had it once in China. We've had it once here. Kind of know the drill. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I checked her head this morning, and I can't, they're so tiny, like the little white knits, you know, it's so hard to tell. And I'm not that, and so I always like to get it checked. I'd like to do a head check. And so they have this place called Lice Lifters, and they do head checks. And then if you do have it, they actually treat it. And they sell like all the shampoo and all the, you know, the whole 9 yards. They take care of everything for you. It's kind of expensive, but I would rather have somebody else do it than have me combing out her hair and dealing with it all. Of course, I have to still deal with washing everything and trying to, you know, get rid of the lice in the house, which is not fun. You have to bag up any pillows that she's been, you know, basically you're trying to suffocate them and kill them. So yeah, I don't know if y'all have ever had to deal with lice before, but it's not fun. So, but again, we freaked out the first couple of times, but now I'm like, we got this. So I'm praying she does not have it. But I have like a kind of unsettling feeling that she does, because she's saying her head is itching really bad. I'm like, well, it could be dry skin, you know, it's, you know, the weather. And she's like, no, I don't think it is. I'm like, okay, I need to listen to her. I need to take this serious. I don't want anybody else to get lice, you know, at school, or, you know, give it to anyone else, because, you know, it's contagious. Who knows how she got it if she has it. So y'all, I'm already saying she has it. But the sad part is there's such a stigmatism around lice. Like, people always think, oh, it's for kids that are like dirty and don't wash their hair. It's just the opposite. They like clean hair, you know? So yeah, I don't know how, but you know, she never wears her hair up. And of course it's easier to get when it's down. So we'll do that today. I've got about, let's see, it's 12:25 now. So my alarm's gonna go off in about 5 minutes to remind myself to go pick her up in a minute. So I'll start to wrap this up and say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and for watching this week's Whip and Chatter, listening. I hope you had a good time. Hope, I just hope all the things, right? Okay. Y'all, I'm distracted. Can you tell? Yeah. So pray there's no lice, please. And don't you dare put a little bug emoji in the comments. Ooh, I hope there's no lice. So I will give y'all an update. I'll update you and let you know how it all goes. If y'all haven't subscribed yet and you want to hear more crazy stories about, you know, my life and about all the things and the this and the that, yeah, subscribe, please. It's free. And I'd love to have you guys. And if you enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help. It lets me know, you know, how I'm doing and if this is the content y'all want. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, when you subscribe, there's a little notification bell right next to it. Click on that and that will notify you every time I post a video. And I post like almost every other day is my average. So yeah, come and join me and we'll have some fun, okay? All right, you guys. I don't think I've forgotten anything else. If I have, y'all get updated in another video. But I've got some fun stuff coming, really fun stuff. So if you haven't subscribed, you should, because I've got some really fun, something different that I've never done before that I filmed yesterday. I don't want to give it away, but it's going to be coming out in the next day or two. This will come out first and then I'll put that up. So yeah, be on the lookout for something different, something fun. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, I'll continue it on into like a little series. All right. Hey y'all, Shay's back. We are here to do the Whip and Chat giveaway that I talked about in my last Whip and Chat last week. I've waited till bedtime and I like to get this processed and up and all that good stuff uploaded before I go to bed. So I've waited a full week. Here is all the names. I had 60 people that gave me a diamond emoji. Hopefully you see your name here. I hope I didn't forget anybody. So instead of doing a random number generator, I decided to do this fun picker wheel. It's kind of fun to have us spin the wheel. I've never done that before, so I thought we would do this. You're probably wondering what the prize is. Well, it's right over here next to me. Scooch it on over. Here we go, you guys. This is a diamond painting, and it's from Diamond Dots. And you can do this for jingle drills. You'll get it in time, hopefully. If you are international and you do win, I'll have to send you a gift card. But if you're US, I can ship this out to you. The minimum requirement for jingle drills is a 30 by 30, and this is a 30 by 30. Now, the reason why I can give this away and why I decided on this particular painting is because if you saw my other video, I unboxed this before as a giveaway for jingle drills, but my good friend, Crafting with Susie, was so sweet and so kind and got me another one, so I didn't have to give that one away because she noticed when I unboxed it, I fell in love with it. It's gorgeous. The red, the gold. Whoever wins this is going to love it. It's so pretty. So good luck to everybody. And like I said, after I pick your name, in the description of this video will be my email. So shoot me an email or an Instagram message, however you can get a hold of me, and send me your shipping address, and I'll mail this out to you. Okay? All right, you guys. Without further ado, now I had, like I said, 60 names. Sorry, Lou is behind us in the shower. I'm getting her ready for bed, and she's singing. So if you hear her, that is what's going on. So I put minimum 1, max is 60. All right, let's go ahead and get this done. Y'all ready? Okay, we need a little finger drum roll and spin. Oh, this is fun. Okay, y'all, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? What? Oh, it spins for a while. Oh, number 4. Who is it? Elliot 68. I hope I'm saying that right, or L-E-T. It could be Elliot, L-E-T 68. Congratulations. That's awesome. You have just won yourself a holiday Diamond Dots painting. So send me your address. If I don't hear back from you, I'll give you a week. And if I don't hear back from you by next Wednesday/Thursday, then I'll go ahead and do another, I'll pick another winner, okay? All right, thank you guys again for watching and being part of this. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye guys. Okay guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all take care. If there's anything you need from me, please link it, please don't link it. Comment down below. And I know I asked y'all a couple of questions, so I'll be, can't wait to see your comments. But if you wanna reach out to me, my email's down below. You can always email me, and of course you will find me on Instagram too. If you have to talk about anything, okay? All right, you guys, love you, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye guys.